This presentation is going to discuss the next generation science standards and the K-12 science framework from which they were founded. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my job and my experience, why I chose to look at NGSS. We're going to look at NGSS and the framework itself, some of the key elements, and how my district is moving forward in NGSS implementation. I chose NGSS for this project because it is the one set of standards that I haven't taken a close look at in my job as a technology integration coach. We have several new teachers at my school site that are teaching science and have a good understanding of NGSS, and what I would like to do is figure out ways that I can support them in the integration of technology with NGSS standards. Additionally, as an aspiring administrator, I would like to be knowledgeable about the standards to support teachers when I do become a principal. And of course, I'd like to be able to collaborate with other departments and other TOSAs that are specific content area coaches. The next generation science standards are different than former standards because what they do is they not only give guidance on teachers to what they should be teaching in the classroom, but they talk about how they should be teaching it. There's a big focus on integrating engineering with the natural sciences, and engineering being the applications of the science concepts themselves. NGSS were created based on the K-12 science framework, which was created in 2010 by a team of 18 scientists and educators. They're integrated with the Common Core state standards, and the underlying concept of NGSS is to turn students into scientifically literate members of society. The K-12 science framework, which can be found at nextgenscience.org, lays the foundation for the next generation science standards. The three dimensions of the framework are the 8 science and engineering practices, which are the skills that we're teaching students, such as asking questions, analyzing data, carrying out investigations. There are 7 cross-cutting concepts. The cross-cutting concepts are reinforced from kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. Those include, cause and effect, understanding systems, patterns, etc., and the 44 core disciplinary ideas, which is the content of the science that is being taught at each grade level, including physical sciences, life sciences, earth and space science, and technology and engineering applications. So some of the important things for teachers to know about NGSS are that the standards are performance expectations. They're not curriculum. They are quite rigorous, much more rigorous than past science standards. The cross-cutting concepts, which again occur across kindergarten through 12th grade, grow in complexity every year. And the NGSS standards are designed to prepare students for college and career readiness, just like Common Core state standards are. There's a lot of overlap and integration of both standards together. And one of the goals of NGSS is to provide the tools to the next generation of adults that they will need to solve complex world problems such as global warming. This Venn diagram by the National Science Teachers Association shows some of the commonalities of practices among science, language arts, and math, and how NGSS and Common Core standards can be integrated. So there are also some key elements for administrators and technologists to understand when looking at the NGSS. In addition to understanding the standards to be able to support teachers on that, administrators should be looking for quality professional development opportunities for their teachers. Technology is embedded throughout the Next Gen Science standards, just like in Common Core, in particular with the focus on engineering. And the Next Gen Science standards encourage the understanding of the influence that science, technology, and engineering has on the natural world. And finally, taking a look at Pajaro Valley School District, we do have a science vision, and that's to engage all students in scientific and engineering experiences that allow them to articulate their questions and refine their explanations about phenomena of the world around them. And that can go along with our district goal of universal achievement of college and career readiness. We have created in our district an NGSS steering committee that's working, it's teachers, educators, and other community members working on creating an implementation plan of NGSS for PVUSD. This has been my presentation on the Next Generation Science Standards for the San Diego State Masters in Educational Leadership Program, Introduction to Enterprise Architecture.